It's late June, and you know what that means. A Nintendo Direct is historically right around the corner, and with it comes a lot of rumors and predictions. So today, I wanted to talk to you guys about my predictions for this potential Direct. And the reason why I say this is potential is because we have no reliable source confirming that there is a Direct on the way. Our most reliable source throughout all of the Switch 2 so far, Nate the Hate, has been very quiet. So we do not know for sure if a Direct is actually coming, but either way, a Direct usually happens around this time of year. And before we get started, make sure you guys like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's see how many subs we can get from this video, as I'm going to be covering more Nintendo news and just creating more content in general. Also, go follow me on my Twitch because I do a lot of stuff over there as well. It'll be linked down in the description for you guys. So first, what I want to talk about is exactly when I'm expecting this Direct to happen. These past few years, this Direct has taken place in the last 2 weeks of June, and my current prediction is that they announce this Direct this coming week. On Tuesday or Wednesday specifically is what I was thinking. And before all of you go to the comments calling me an idiot and all that and just tell me I'm jumping the gun, just hear me out on this. Donkey Kong Bonanza is just a month away, and they need to market the game, along with the other games that they've already announced. So what I could see them doing here in the next few days is announcing the Direct on Tuesday or Wednesday, holding that Direct on Wednesday or Thursday with the usual 40-minute time length, with announcements leading all the way up into the first title of 2026. The reason I'm saying this is these June Directs are usually the biggest or close to the biggest Directs of the year, not to mention we don't know what the big holiday release is going to be for this big first year of the Nintendo Switch 2. And the games are a whole nother beast. We really don't know much about any other game that has yet to come out. We've gotten a single trailer and treehouse gameplay for Donkey Kong Bonanza, and we know nothing about the story, the boss battles, the actual objective of the game, and anything else they're hiding from us. This is the big single player game for this console. It's the first single player game. It's a huge platformer that a lot of people are expecting big things out of, and it's made by a team who already did some really good stuff with Mario Odyssey. What I'm specifically predicting they do with this game is in the big Direct, they show some sort of teaser or mini trailer and then announce that there's going to be a standalone Direct for this game at another date. I think they're going to give this game the Mario Kart World treatment, where they have a big Direct and then they have a standalone Direct shortly after where they explain more about the game and do more gameplay stuff and stuff like that. I think that's their best decision at this point, what they could do. It shines more light on that game alone, and I think it could definitely help them in the long run with that game. Also, we've barely seen anything on Metroid Prime 4, just some basic gameplay, and we know that Samus is psychic now. I guess that's cool, but we need to see more. A release date, some more gameplay, the boss, the big bad, or whatever. Just anything to build as much traction for this game as possible. Hyrule Warriors, on the other hand, isn't a huge deal. I think they could definitely do this on Twitter if they really wanted to, if they didn't have a Direct. But Hyrule Warriors is a game that they need to update us on. They need to show us what exactly is different this time around and all of it. I mean, they just need to update everyone on the state of the game, what's going on. Obviously, we know it's between the end of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, but we need to know what's going on. We need to know a release date. We need to know all this stuff. So hopefully they update us on that as well. And this one probably won't be in the Direct because it usually isn't, but Pokemon hasn't really got too many updates. I know that they hold their own Direct, so that kind of doesn't really count for this, but we haven't seen too much on Pokemon, and I know obviously the Pokemon community is huge, so I'm sure everyone's wanting to know what is going on with this game, and me included, because this game looks sick. We still don't know if there's going to be more Switch 2 versions of games coming out. I'm sure that there's a couple more that they have in mind that they haven't really done yet or haven't mentioned yet. So I'm sure that they're going to go in here and find some other games to give that treatment to. We don't know for sure, but I'm hoping that they give some more of those with actual DLC. Like a Fighters Pass 3 would go crazy. Obviously, that's probably not going to happen because Sakurai's clearly working on Kirby Air Riders, but it'd be sick if that was possible. Also, this game has kind of slipped underneath like the spotlight, but Tomodachi Life 2 has kind of went radio silent. I know it got revealed in that last Switch 1 Direct, but I think there's going to be a Switch 2 version. I don't know why they wouldn't make one of this game because it's really popular. I will definitely be getting the game. I don't know about you guys, but I like to be. I love the first Tomodachi Life, so I'm definitely going to be getting this game. And we haven't really heard much about it. We got the initial trailer, and that was pretty much it. We don't know what's new to the island. We don't know the different features for Mii's. We don't know the compatibility things. We just haven't heard too much about this game, and obviously this game is really popular. So they need to update the fans, and it's just this is an entire big marketing scheme. Obviously, they need to be, in my opinion, more on top of their marketing, because marketing is how you sell things. They need to present these games out and let the people see what they've been working on. And obviously some of the stuff isn't ready yet, but there's at least something that they can show us, surely, or just show us anything, really. I mean, this isn't really too hard, in my opinion. I don't think, other than the unfinished stuff, I feel like you should be able to show it off pretty well, unless it's in a bad spot and you need to take a delay or anything like that. But obviously we haven't heard anything about that, so we don't really need to worry about that. Now that we've talked about the games that are already coming out, let's talk about some games that haven't been announced yet. I think we could definitely see another Mario sports game this year. It's kind of that time of the year where they kind of release a random Mario sports game and they throw it on the thing, and they just, hopefully this time it's not bad, but I'm hoping for baseball. Baseball has been great. Both editions on the GameCube and the Wii were amazing, and I can't freaking explain how hyped that would be if we got a Mario Baseball on the Switch 2. I would be absolutely ecstatic, and I really hope that they do this instead of a stupid tennis game or a boring golf game or a really, really, really watered down version of Strikers. That'd be really bad. Another thing that could easily be updated, which is probably expected, is more GameCube titles, stuff like Luigi's Mansion, Mario Strikers, Mario Sunshine, Pokemon, more GameCube titles in general. Just anything really. I mean, they have 3 right now. That is pitiful. They need more GameCube titles on the software. It's funny that there's only 3 on the software right now. That is kind of sad. Also, another game franchise that hasn't really been around in a minute is Animal Crossing. I don't know exactly when they kind of fit that in the schedule. It'd probably be on the side of next year or maybe even the year after that. But I could definitely see Animal Crossing coming sooner or later. It's just a matter of when. It's definitely coming. It's just when. So, and my prediction for Animal Crossing would probably be around summertime of next year if I had to choose. I could just see it as a big summer game for people to play while they're home from school and everything, so it makes sense to me. Another big thing that has been completely disregarded this year is Mario's 40th anniversary. That is a huge number, and they did do a lot of stuff for the 35th, but this is a bigger number, and it's a 0 on the end of it, not like a weird 5. So I don't understand why they haven't said anything about it yet. Obviously, the 35th anniversary was held in September of 2020, and they did a bunch of stuff for that. It's just a matter of if they can actually do better or if they're actually going to even do anything for this Direct. We'll just have to wait and see for sure. But Mario's 40th anniversary could hold a lot of good stuff. Obviously, people have been saying for a long time that 3D Mario is overdue for a new installment. This probably won't be for a little while, in my opinion. It could definitely get revealed this year for the 40th anniversary. I don't know if it'll actually come out this year. There also could be some more retro Mario stuff going on. They could do a bullshit little add-on to Mario 3D All-Stars and put Galaxy 2 on there for the $20 expansion, like I was saying earlier with Switch 2 versions. They could just find a way to bullshit their way and make more money out of that. But who knows? We'll have to see it, and we'll have to wait. They're not just going to ignore Mario's 40th anniversary. Mario is the face of Nintendo, and I just don't think they can afford only having Mario on the Switch 2 at the very beginning when Mario Kart World released. I think they got to have some other sort of Mario entity on the Switch before the year is over. That way Mario is still on the people's minds, and it's just not just like other people as well. They need to kind of keep Mario in the rotation, which usually is how it is, but right now we don't have that as the latter part of the year. But Mario Kart obviously is always kind of fluctuating in and out of popularity. It's just a matter of fact of like, are we going to get a new Mario game, or are we going to just sit with Mario Kart World until whenever the next Mario game comes out? Another thing we haven't heard anything about is the second Mario movie. We don't know anything about it. And Mario's 40th is obviously a perfect opportunity for them to show new cast members, the storyline, the title, the release date, anything that you want. They could definitely capitalize on that opportunity, because Mario Movie 1 was really successful, and Mario Movie 2 could definitely be crazy. And obviously a big title that could be revealed is Super Smash Brothers on the Switch 2. Are they going to make a new one, or are they just going to make improvements on Ultimate? Who knows? Sakurai's current attention is towards Kirby Air Riders, however, so I don't think we can expect this game in even the next 2 years. I would say like 2027, 2028 even. I mean, I don't know for sure, but his focus is on Kirby Air Riders at the moment, and I don't see him doing too many other things when that game isn't even been touched on since it's been announced. So we don't even know for sure if that game is on track, so let alone if Smash is even in the talks of coming back out. It could be in the very beginning of development. We don't know for sure. We just have to wait and find out, but I wouldn't expect anything on Smash for at least the next year and a half, 2 years, unless they do updates to Ultimate and they do like a Fighters Pass 3 or something like that. That would be cool, but I don't think so. I think they're going to want to do some big thing, and it'll probably be Sakurai's last Smash, and it might be some overhaul, and they like shrink the game down to like how it was in Brawl or Melee, like kind of a smaller game, but like it's still like a lot of collabs and stuff. But we'll have to wait and see for all that stuff. So my final direct prediction is this coming Wednesday or Thursday, with 40 minutes of regular direct activities with announcements up to the first title of 2026, with all the games that I've listed out throughout this video, just kind of giving updates and trailers and the release dates and all the above to keep us updated and, you know, keep us hype and, you know, get us into this, like, okay, this is actually going down. We're getting games. This is a new era of Nintendo. We got the Switch 2. We're the ball is rolling. We are going. But the only thing is we'll just have to wait and see, because we don't know anything about it. We don't have any rumors. We don't have any leaks. We have nothing. We're just gonna have to hope for right now. And if not, then if it's not, then I could see at the latest like 2 weeks before Donkey Kong Bonanza comes out. That's like the latest I would even say it would be coming out. So if not by then, we might be cooked. But anyway, guys, I'm going to sign off for today. Make sure you guys leave comments down below on what you are predicting for the next Nintendo Direct, and I love to read them and reply to them and see what you guys think, because we're in the speculation time. We're in the predictions, we're in the rumors, we're in the leaks time. It's getting real, and we need to talk about it, and it's supposed to be coming soon, hopefully. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.